How's it going today, folks? Rob from the Maker Ridge Homestead Tree Farm. It's kind of a damp, cool morning, which is kind of nice. It's quite humid today, so at least this morning anyway. So some pressure should be off for watering again today, which is nice. Kind of a little bit of sun poking through the cloud here, but not too much. Oh well, it's been an interesting morning. Woke up to my son, my 4-year-old, yelling for me, and he's thrown up and had diarrhea on his potty, so yeah, clean up on aisle floor, I guess. So, order of the morning. Wasn't a fun way to start the morning, but there we go. Got that all sorted anyway. It's been a little under the weather the last few days, so been a bit of a challenge at home here for that, but we're making through, I guess, so that's the main thing. Just have to hope the irrigation comes on soon. It's still not on yet, but hopefully next day or two here. It's Tuesday now, so canal's been full for at least a day, so hopefully soon, I guess, is all we can say. It's getting on a bit in May, so really want to get that going. Another project to work on at some point here. We have 2 mountains of manure from the host pasture here. The person who rents it has kind of scraped it up because there's a whole bunch on the ground here. So got a couple big piles to move and store somewhere for a year or so, just to age it. But yeah, it's one great thing about having the hosts here is lots of manure, lots of organic matter to add to the soil. So really thankful for that, and thankful we're able to use it. And there's the other pile behind the feeder there. Both of them are pretty good size. You know, probably good 30-40 yards each, I would guess. But yeah, I have to get that moved somewhere at some point here and let that age. So not sure we're going to get that just yet, but sooner rather than later, hopefully, for the host's sake. They don't need to be having that big pile of poop in their pen here, but you know, they're way down grazing now, so they'll probably be okay for a little bit longer. But yeah, just another project on the to-do list, moving poop. Mom's doing a great job shepherding the little one around. Baby's right beside her side at all times. So great to see. She's doing such a good job. Makes my life so much easier. Yeah.
How long does it take to wean them off, Mama?
8 weeks. Well, there's finally some good news today. You see that down there? That's water. The irrigation is finally on. Hooray! I can need some good news now. I'll tell you about it in a little bit, but oh, what a morning it's been. Well, what a day it's been. It's about 4 in the afternoon now, and yeah, it's been a wild one today. I started working on the wood chipper this morning, and just about to test that when I got a call from the insurance company saying, yeah, your policy expires in 3 business days, and we haven't been able to get you a new quote. No one will quote on it for their companies that they deal with now. I was dealing with a broker that got bought out by a big company, and of course they stopped dealing with the company that we were through. So yeah, 3 business days before the insurance plan renewed, they came back and said, nope, sorry, we can't deal you anymore. So had to run into Strathmore there and try and find some new insurance. So found another broker that deals with the insurance company we were through, so had to get that underway. But of course, as soon as I sit down to start doing that, get a call that irrigation's coming on. So deal with that and do that phone call, answer some more insurance questions, and next thing I know, get a phone call from the neighbour, the sheep have escaped. Yeah, they smashed through the metal panels here. Could hardly believe it, but they smashed their way out, and yeah, so we had to go chase them down. So raced home from the insurance company, and yeah, had to track them down. They were about half a mile away at the neighbour's place, so had to pretty much drag the ram all the way back. He was not happy camp coming back for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know why he suddenly just felt the need to smash his way out. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. You know, there was food left for him. He had some hay, had a bit of green grass here. Not a lot, I admit. It's eaten down. I was going to try and get them out on some new grass today, but of course everything else had to come up, the insurance and the irrigation, and couldn't quite get to moving them in time, and I guess he wasn't ready to wait, so smashed his way out. Yeah, he's marked up his horns now. His horns are all scratched up because he was smashing the metal so much, and yeah, just desperate to get out, I guess. I don't know, it's puzzling to me. You know, he still had some hay in there, so it's not like he should be hungry or anything, but yeah, he seems to go through these moods every now and again where he just has to get out. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. He did it once. Well, got out a couple of times from his pen inside the pens here. Just wanted to be with the other sheep, so okay, fine, put them next to each other, and did better for a while. And yeah, now all of a sudden he's just trying to smash his way out, and got out the whole way this time. So yeah, I don't know quite what I'm going to do yet. I've got them out on the electric fence on the other side again. I bought them in just because of Lammy having a lamb there. So I wanted to give Lammy and Lammy and the new lamb a bit of space, you know, away from the other two. But yeah, I had them penned in, but they had enough room. They were in 4 pens, and this little area out the back here as well, just give them a bit of grass. But yeah, I guess it wasn't enough for Mr. Ram, so yeah, that was that fun. And then of course, as soon as I got them back, got the call from the irrigation that it's ready to go, and you can start charging your lines. So that's what I went and did for the next couple hours after that. So it's been a long day, that's for sure. But there we go. Got through it, I guess, and a little worse for wear, I guess. Oh well, another day on the farm. So we got our irrigation charged up to the pond here. It's quite low, as you can see. Went down quite a bit again this winter just because it was so dry in the summer. It soaked in the ground a lot, I think. But yeah, I have the fill on there. Kind of a nice way of doing it. Aerates it at the same time as filling it. But anyway, on the charge here, I'll charge our next bit of line, the one that goes down into the spaded tree field. It's the big line, so it's going to take a little while to charge, but last one to do. So almost there. Almost have the full irrigation ready to go. Definitely takes some time to do it. We want to be careful and don't want to blow an end off because we open a valve too fast or anything. So nice and slow, and we'll get there in the end. All right, let's let it flow if I can. Valve's a little stiff because it's got full pressure on. There we go. It's such a big line, I'll open it a little bit first. Valve, it's a little leaky when it's part open for whatever reason. But anyway, let that charge up and go down to the bottom to see when it's coming out. Down the end of the line now, you can see it's flowing out there. Let it flow for a little bit, flush out some dirty water, and then we'll start to close it down and let the line fill. It's nowhere near full pressure yet. If it was full pressure, it would be blasting out here. Got quite good pressure down here just from gravity, but yeah, just sit and watch it for a minute and then close it down and then head back up. Yep, that was a little dirty. Starting to clear up now. Yeah, a patch of dirt coming through. Probably flush it out a bit first before shutting it off. Oh well, we'll get there. There we go, got it mostly shut now, so the line's starting to fill up. Leave it cracked a little bit just to flush it through a little bit, plus you know, it gives it a little bit of pressure relief if the line gets a little bit too pressurized. It keeps it from spiking the pressure. So that's kind of how we do it. Just leave it cracked until the line's full, and then we'll come shut it off and let the line pressure up, and then we'll open the valve at the top fully. Coming up on the top sandpipe now. This is the highest leg on this run here. See a bunch of air coming out still. Takes a while for that to all flush out. So just kind of sit and wait for a bit. Let it do its thing. Yeah, just sit back and wait for it to be a little more consistent in flow. Well, it seems to be flowing a bit more consistently now, not bubbling, steady flow, so just about there. Let it run for another 30 seconds or so, and then shut it off, let the line pressurize. There we go, almost shut. Just leave it spraying a little bit like this for a little bit. It gives us a few more bubbles. Fortunately, I can't close the valves with the camera in my hands because it takes two hands to close some of these valves. They're a little stiff. But anyway, the line should be pressurizing now. See, in a couple moments it'll start to spray out more and more here. So yeah, just head up to the top now and open the main valve fully. Yeah, back at the main valve now. Just gonna start opening it all the way up. Should be a lot easier now. Oh yeah. One finger tells me the line's pressurized. Bit of air coming out of the leaky valve here. One of these days I have to replace it, but not quite sure how we're going to do that very easily because it's kind of built in to the line here. PVC line, and yeah, I can't really move the line because it's well buried, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to change that out, but we'll figure that out one day when we get to it. It's not a huge issue at the moment. Right now it really only leaks when it's partially open or partially closed, however we want to look at it. But once it's fully open, it'll seal itself up. Not too bad. Just get it. There we go, all the way open. Yeah, it's still definitely a bit of pressure, air pressure coming out here on the pond line there too. So it bleed down, and then we'll head back down to shut those valves further down. You can really hear the air pop out of this nozzle. It's kind of neat. Fair bit of air in the line, because of course it's a 4-inch line the whole way down there. It's quite long, so it has to go somewhere. And I guess it's coming up here now. The line's starting to pressurize. So, but yeah, I'll just leave the pond valve open here because we want to fill that up anyway, so have a place to escape there and go down and see about closing the other valves now. Back at the top valve now, you can see it's getting pretty good pressure there. Spraying out pretty good now, so it's probably okay to close this now. Any air bubbles will keep going up the line or just sit in the standpipe here, that's fine. We'll flush them out another day. Down at the bottom again, got some pretty good pressure going, as you can see. Pretty good distance, and that's just cracked. We'll try and open it out here and flush the line out a bit more, and you can see a bit of pressure in action. This is all gravity fed, so no pumps or anything, this is just pure gravity. Amazing what it can do. Got something around 30 psi at the bottom here, so got some pretty good fill on it. For a valve that's right on the ground there pretty much. But yeah, just gonna let it flush out a little bit here, and then I'll slowly close it up. It's always a tough thing to close the valves down the bottom here, because you don't want to close them too quick, because you can really spike the pressure in the line. Once we have our filter on the vertical line there, that's where the filter goes for the drip irrigation on the new spaded tree field. Once we have that on there, there's a couple of pressure valves, so I can see what the pressure does when we close the line here. And yeah, I closed it a bit quick one time, and I shot spike on the gauge up to 60 pretty quick. So that's a little bit more than we want to do, but you know, the line can handle it. So it's supposed to. It's rated for I think 120 psi or something like that. But still, don't need to stress a line like this. It's a little older now. It's 20 odd years old, so have to be careful with it when we're closing it. So, something to always note when you're closing lines, closing valves on lines like this. Just do it slowly, as slow as you can, and you know, make sure the pressure doesn't spike too much, because spiking pressure like that can easily blow a valve off or an end off, and then you have big problems. Well, I'll wrap this one up. Got a storm blowing in. It's just another day on the farm. Oh, what a day. Anyway, have a good one. See you next time. Thanks for watching.